This video is not to target to harm anyone. I don't like toxic masculinity. It's teaching you to swallow it up rather than processing it. I notice a lot of people tend to go blind mode and follow whatever the fuck others tell them to do. Not because majority is bad, but because you don't think for yourself. What works for me? What makes sense for me? And what aligns with me? And rather, I see a lot of people has this mindset of other people are doing it, so I'm doing it as well. Social media, it's a place where you get to access more info more easily now. If one person judge mindlessly and you find hundreds of people or even thousands or millions of people who agree with you, it's very hard to think for yourself. Again, it's not to target anyone to say who is right or who is wrong, and that's the problem I see a lot of time on the internet. Blue pill, red pill type of shit, and which I strongly disagree, because life is just as complex. Much like yin yang, it's about creating the balance. A lot of time, it's not even about replacing one or another. People associate positivity, happiness, smiling as a good thing, right? When we do not question or examine our life, it ultimately leads to suffering. As you can see, a lot of people chase for happiness for years. And I chase for happiness a lot. Oftentimes I feel lonely, I feel empty, I feel like I need something that moves me. And so I chase something. I feel like I need to be productive, can't waste no time, right? And that has led to more dissatisfaction, feeling more depressed and anxious, feeling that I would never be as good as all these people I see on social media. But you have to be careful with social media. Basically, when it comes to social media, you don't know what's behind the scene. You don't know if it's staged or it's actually happening. We have to be mindful with what we see. As I am speaking, it's almost 6-minute video, and I cut it a lot. But as you can hear my voice right now, there's a lot of in-between stutter, and you can hear background noise and all that. So being YouTuber or being a social media influencer, there's a lot of work inside. One thing you need to remember, their reality, it's not yours. Remember that. People can tell you everything. Consistent equal to success or discipline equal to success. Stop being lazy. But they don't really see what's in your life. Moreover, what's within your inner self. The struggle that you go through. Video game or adult content addiction. We don't really question too much what goes through someone's heart and mind. We just see the surface. There's action, there's no action, there's result, there's no result, and we judge. Judgment is something necessarily, at least for me, through my growth, because it allows me to analyze the depth, the layers. When you don't question these things, it's easy to just mindlessly, blindly follow a path of destruction. And therefore, it's important to examine yourself. When you go to social media, you look for advice. You're not there to follow their advice, right? What works for someone else does not work for you necessarily. If you enjoy dancing, by all means go for it, even if you suck at it at the end. Like 10 years, you still stuck at it like Squid playing clarinet. But the point is, you cannot be too caught up with trying to compare or compete with someone else. This guy it's 18 and he's already making millions of dollars, or that guy is 30, you see he's still very fit and has a family and all that, and I'm just here sitting in my basement doing nothing. It's very easy to generalize and to be very extreme with our thoughts. Sometimes you look back at your past and then you just be like, I did nothing at all in my life. Maybe you go through a lot of self-reflection. You go through a lot of healing. Maybe you show up for others, being compassionate and kind. Maybe you donate. Maybe you study, you read. All these things are doing something. Maybe you're going through struggle with heartbreak or addiction. All these things are the part of the process. We tend to glorify success, money, and status, where it's something that is only necessarily to have, and other things is like suddenly does not matter anymore. You want a fancy car, go for it, man, if that's what makes you happy, not because that's what others want you to have. because you realize it's never enough. If one day our society, everyone, everyone can get a BMW, everyone can get a big house, what's gonna happen? The bar is gonna keep raising up and up again, right? I mean, no wonder why we are struggling so much with anxiety, depression, and all that, because it's never enough. They can go beyond the limitation. But that doesn't mean you need to break yourself every fucking time just to prove yourself to the world that you can do it too. One day we're all going to die. Is it worth everything for the so-called bright future that we have no idea if we will ever meet that, and just to suffocate right now where we are? I'm speaking in my own term because that's what I did for years. Career means everything to me since I was young. I keep thinking about it until right now. And for the first time in my life, I pick up this self-love journey, and now more than ever I feel more present, feel more healing and loving to myself. I'm not perfect. I still struggle a lot. It doesn't dictate and define who I am as a person. The problem with people thinking crying equal to weakness or whatever the fact that is, I strongly disagree. I mean, because if you are so tough, then why can't you allow yourself to cry? Why can't you allow yourself to be sad? How is that going to affect anything? Does the world suddenly stop? I mean, like what? Do you suddenly like lose something? That's something that I never understand. Some people have this idea where crying doesn't help, so therefore it should be thrown away. But we don't realize feeling sad, feeling happy, feeling angry, it's human emotions. It's a whole packet, man. That's what makes us human. I mean, I understand the concept where if you are constantly being bound to something, feeling depressed about it, then you're gonna have a hard time to move forward. You're gonna have a hard time to do anything at all. It is okay to cry, man. The fuck? Moreover, to support my statement, crying does actually help me to move forward. Actually, it helps me to grow. It helps me to release all that tension that it's been too overwhelming for me. It heals me. And that's why I feel more healed, because I allow myself to feel all the emotions, anger especially, something that I've been running away for years. I feel this shame, right? Whenever I feel angry at someone, I feel like I'm being inconsiderate, I'm not being understanding, I'm being a bad friend, because that's what I've been taught growing up, that I need to understand other people, right? Fuck, man, when the people understand me, right? It's always me understand other people, and that's when I start questioning. Oh, wait, it doesn't make sense like that. How can we not respect each other for human being, as human being? Why is it suddenly we are separated by status, whereas like a teacher don't need to respect student, but student have to respect teacher? Remove all this status, all this money, all this title. Who are you? At the end, we are just human. We don't need to fight. We can't control others for sure, man. I know it sounds idealistic, and as much as I wish this world is peaceful and happy and all that, it's not. It's much like yin yang, actually. It's neither a happy world or a sad world. It's just how it is. One who act harm is not based on their gender, race, or age, but based on their character, their action, man. Where does their heart lies? You are enough. You don't have to live based on what other people tell you to. I know it's very easy to say it. Maybe you are young and you're living in your family, can't make any decision, right? But I want you to hold on to this. Whoever you are, however age you are, I want you to hold on to this. That at the end of the day, whether if you fail or you succeed, rich or poor, old or young, you are just as enough. Being enough does not have anything to measure, it's just acceptable. Just being and just breathing. And you don't have to prove to anyone. You are who you are, and that's it. This video is also a reminder to myself. Thank you. I made this channel for 2 years now. So thank you. It's YouTube is something, man. You see yourself evolve through your channel. It's kind of like watching PewDiePie video when he first post video and now where he is. So take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. I don't need a better intro if I can, man.